Our correspondent, Oyinyechi Obaroh, is in Morocco. Oyinyechi, good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. It's a pleasure to see your pretty face this morning. Now, of course, we do know that the defeat is very fresh. We still feel it all the way in Nigeria. What is the mood around the Super Falcons this morning?
This time, yes, you did talk about the defeat being fresh. In our hearts, in our minds, the Federation feeling it, the Super Falcons feeling it, emotions running high on a day where Super Falcons would have thought that after that game yesterday, we would be talking about the semi-final, looking ahead of the semi-final of this encounter. But unfortunately, that's not what we're talking about right now. It's a reality check. It's an eye-opener for every single person in the Nigerian Football Federation and the players themselves. Before the competition, we had talked about good preparation for 10-time African champions to be able to defend their title. But that's not what the Super Falcons got. They should have played Ghana in Casablanca, but that international friendly was cancelled. They got Tanzania in a late minute. All this to the fault of the Nigerian Football Federation and communication and organization to prepare the 10-time African champions. A game yesterday that we thought that the Super Falcons played so well, superbly well. They played better yesterday, played better than what they played against Egypt. We saw every single player turning up, coming up from the captain, Rasheedat Ajibade, doing wonderfully well, having great passes over there on the field of play. Then you see Shukurat Oladipo in the defensive line, doing wonderfully well, also clearing the ball at intervals, making sure that nothing goes past her line. Then the midfield, where Deborah Abiodun sits, with her green hair, moving around the midfield like N'Golo Kante, as she is popularly known. Nigeria had a great performance in that game yesterday. In a game where the goalkeeper got the woman of the match, then you know that the Cameroonians did not put any effort. There was nothing fantastic about their play yesterday because the goalkeeper is getting the woman of the match. What happens to the on-field players? Nigeria had an opportunity at the last minute. 7 minutes at a time over there, Nigeria would have been able to just equalize the game, take it into extra time, take it into extra 30. Maybe we would have gotten a chance to talk about that semi-final and also pick an automatic ticket. But Esther Okoronkwo had that chance to give her player, her team player, Asisat Oshuala, who came in as a substitute, but could not. Every single player has got this selfish instinct, and that we saw play out to deprive Nigeria a ticket to the FIFA Women's World Cup. Now we have to go through a longer route. And Inem, I tell you that at this time, the Amapiano battle is on again, because we face South Africa in the playoff of this competition. Facing South Africa, a familiar foe, a team that lost automatic ticket to the World Cup after that defeat against Morocco. You know that there is something that they will be fighting for. Both teams will be fighting for that route, for the intercontinental ticket. It is a very, very, very dire moment at this time in Nigerian football. I can't keep going on and on and on, but it's not looking good, Inam.
I pass it over to my colleagues. You did mention something about the South Africa-Nigeria rivalry. The last Women's Africa Cup of Nations, South Africa came in as the defending champions. And of course, this was expected for Nigeria now as well. And of course, we know that the team came into the tournament as the defending champions. How significant is the quarterfinal exit for Nigeria at this time?
Because before now, we've always believed in the prowess of the players. They would not get a good preparation. They would not get the right support that is needed, because we've seen the number of supports that they've been getting in the stadiums. Oh yes, that's a broken record at the moment. But this is a team that we've always believed in their individual prowess. We know that the Super Falcons always step up. I would say that the goalkeeper has always stepped up play for the Super Falcons, because the last man in defense is always a very vital man. But Chiamaka Nnadozie, with all due respect, did not have a very great campaign in this competition. From the opening game where she conceded three against Malawi, to the rest of the games where she has been conceding, you know that there is a problem with the goalkeeping section of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, who should have been the last man in defense for us. Looking at other players also who did not step out, and also the absence of Ashley Plumpton, the defender of the side, the Super Falcons did not get a great campaign at the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations. So it's really, really significant. We are at the verge of losing out, of making an appearance at the FIFA World Cup, something we've never missed out on since its inception in 1991. We have to go through a longer route. This is the same route that the Super Eagles went through and could not make it to that World Cup in United States, Canada, and Mexico. Do we have to see the same for the Super Falcons, who have always been our confidence in Nigerian football? That is why this is very significant. The fact that they have to go battle a playoff with South Africa, a team that we booted out in the knockout round, the semi-final of the last edition competition. So you know that there is a problem. Both teams want to make it to the intercontinental playoff. So whoever needs it the most will be getting that intercontinental playoff ticket.
Oyinyechi, before we let you go, let's look beyond the disappointment of yesterday's result, okay? What are you hearing about what comes next for the team?
Right now, what is next for the team is for them to dust themselves off that disappointing encounter and that knockout from the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations and fix their focus on the playoff. South Africa is not an easy team. As I did say, they matched the momentum of Morocco in their quarter-final encounter, and you know that they would give Nigeria a run for their money. At the moment, we could get feelers from the media officer of the Super Falcons that they would not be having any training today. It's just going to be rest and also rejuvenation. They would step out tomorrow for their first training after that defeat and having their focus on facing South Africa. South Africa will also have their training tomorrow. Remember that South Africa has got 1 day after their quarterfinal, so they have more day of rest than Nigeria in this encounter. So we'll be hoping that Coach Justin Madugu, in the post-match press conference, did apologize to Nigerians. He also took responsibility, saying it's on him. He takes this one for the team. It's not the players. It's Coach Justin Madugu. We've always seen him make great substitution. But yesterday's game, we did not see that out on play because the latest substitution he made was that of bringing Esther Okoronkwo and Asisata Chwala in the late 7 minutes added to the full 90. So at this time, the focus is to make sure that they do not miss out on another ticket, another route to making the FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. Catherine.
Thank you very much, Oyinyechi. I know that it's really tough.